Hello, welcome to God Thoughts. I just thought I would share a dream that I had, which is a very unusual dream in that there was four different scenes in this dream. And just to give you the scenes of the one was in a of the dream. The first one was in a school stadium outside, and then the second scene was to do with my friend who was a school teacher at one point. And the third scene was in standing in a church stadium, which actually I didn't even realize that until I reread this. And then the fourth scene was regarding a man who liked me who gave me back a ring. So anyway, that's the gist of those four dreams. And so I'm going to attempt to read them and share them with you. So the first scene is in a school stadium, and there's rows and rows of bleacher chairs that were off the steps. Was thinking there's going to be a Red Sea moment anytime in the dream. I was thinking that standing there, that there's going to be a Red Sea moment anytime a flood is about to happen, like just spiritually. Um, so I was in my thoughts in the dream, I was thinking, you know, of sharing on YouTube, asking if anybody's feeling this. The enemy is right at our heels, approaching, and we're approaching the Red Sea, and the enemy's right at our heels. And they're, let's see, then the walkway. So what happened is then I was in the walkway and I saw a white ceiling, and then there was a pipe that was there that just fell, like a piece of the pipe fell from the ceiling, and water started dripping and just flowing and gushing out of this pipe above. And then there was a puddle, like in the bottom of the bleacher, the stadium where the bleacher chairs were. There was a flood of puddle of water at the bottom of the concrete staircase. Okay, so then it goes to scene two, which I was with a friend, and she used to be a school teacher, and she was driving a small car, and I was in another car, and we were driving around this area, and it was like it was outside of a hotel resort. And um, I had shared with her, be careful, um, and to be careful. And then just about then I seen her drive into a pool of water, and she went under. So I had jumped out and I grabbed her by, I guess, her hair and her neck. I'm not really sure. And I pulled her out. Are you okay? And then I shared with her that the reason I said be careful is because there was these pools of water, and they had white, concrete, um, underneath. In the pool it was white. The concrete was painted white, and then all around the pools was white rock. So it was hard to tell, that it was actually a pool because everything was white. And um, so anyway, that's why I had said be careful. So then it's scene three, and then scene three, I'm standing in a church um, stadium, and the X had poked like 10 to 12 needles in my left buttocks or left cheek, right? On the side, the bottom side of my left cheek. And I didn't feel it when he did it until I rubbed my hand across my left side, and I felt the needles. And then I went up to one of my daughter's friends and I said, "What, um, want to see what, so and so just did to me?" And I said her name, and for some reason, her friend's name at least in the dream, was Clayton or Hope, which I have no idea why it would be either one of those. But anyway, and I told her friend I should report it. She said she was calling my daughter to tell her. I said no. She said I'm telling her. And as I hear her on the phone, a policeman walks up, leans over the rail, and another man in front of me. So I, I show, so I go to show the policeman, and as I went to show the policeman the needles that were sticking out of my body there, um, the needles started backing out into my hand, and I have the group of them in my hand, um, and I was starting to count them, and I asked my daughter's friend, I should have got a picture of that. Did you get a picture of that? And then, anyway, so that was the end of that particular scene. Then now scene number 4 was a man who liked me, had been communicating with me. He walks up to me, he leans over, he gives me a kiss, and then I said something like, "There's no us," and then he gives me a ring like he was giving me back a ring I never gave him. And then it's like later in the dream, we were at home, I guess. We all went our separate ways or whatever. And all of a sudden, I called him and I said, there's no us. I have all this stuff going on, with my daughter and my life, and anyway, so um, so then that was it, so he'd given me back this ring as if it was one I gave to him. He was giving it back to me. So anyway, it was just a different kind of dream to have those 4 different scenes, and they're completely different from each other. And I had prayed to God and asked if, do you have an interpretation of this? And it was actually, when I prayed about the dream, it was at 3:17 in the morning on 11/5/2022. So it was the end of last year, on November 5th, 2022. And what God thoughts is, be still and know that I am your God, working out the issues of your life. And then, and that was it. And I have shared that, I think, on a short clip, just that God thought that says, be still and know that I am your God, working out the issues of your life. But I never shared with you what that response was from God in those God thoughts, that it was responding to this scene of dreams that I had. So anyway, just sharing with you, and God bless, and keep looking to the Lord, and hopefully we will have this Red Sea movement, where God is like literally pouring His Spirit out on the earth and dealing with the havoc in all across the world, and dealing with the evil, and just draw near to God, turn your hearts over, your lives over to the Lord, and keep looking to Him in all your ways, searching with your whole heart, mind and soul, and pray to Him and acknowledge Him about everything. And blessings to you, and thank you for following my channel. Please like, subscribe, and share my channel, and comment if you'd like, and God bless you. Thank you. Talk to you later. Okay, bye.